Happy Monday.
Hey,
I
you.
almost forgot what day it was for a second. I was not ready, or
Yeah.
nor was I thinking. It's too early on a Monday morning to be thinking. Like,
Well, you know how you can forget. You forget because I worked Saturday. Yeah, I know you worked Saturday. I know you worked Sunday. So did I. So sometimes they all just run together.
yeah, I was just about to say those days start to just merge after a while and it becomes a little bit hectic, but it's still another beautiful Monday. So we have to celebrate that. But today's going to be pretty cool because I think we're still on our celebration mode for winning our 2 awards
I know I
a
am.
week ago. Yeah, so we once again for our 3rd year in a row, we won Best Lip Care from QVC, and we also won Buyer's Choice. So
Buyer's Choice. I love that award. I mean, obviously, yeah, I'm so thrilled that the customers love this product. That is primo.
yeah,
But Buyer's Choice is a huge deal because that means that people who have access to the best skincare items in the world picked ours as their choice.
now we're extremely excited and are so ready to share Lip Lift with you. Now, we should probably mention it's selling really fast right now. So I do want to just make that disclaimer because we are featured on QVC as being the best lip care and the Buyer's Choice. We have already sold out on a few of our tints and
our extra large.
Yes. So I do want to just give you that warning that we are selling very, very fast just with all this extra momentum right now and winning these awards. It really pushes our stock levels very and dangerously low. So if you are watching this and we just sold out on something else,
do not hesitate.
I'm so sorry about that.
But I do want to circle back. Just one item. I think we should start having after parties when we win these awards.
Yeah, we really should. That could be fun.
I think that what we should do in the show is show why this product is so fantastic. I mean, I went back and looked at the clinical studies in the file on one of my favorite ingredient, and it just made me rush into my bathroom and put on my lip lift. I was like, oh, I will put it on. Oh my gosh, it does this, it does that. Oh, I forgot. Oh, wow. So, I think that we should talk a little bit about the clinical studies because one, I think the methodology is hilarious. I think about the people who actually went through these tests because they're serious business. And
yeah, we have the images that we're going to show you today of the clinical study patients and what their lips look like before and after using it. So we're getting really in depth with everything Lip Lift today. And I have to go through my spiel that I go through all the time, which is lip care is kind of a forgotten about topic when it comes to skincare, but it's just as important as anything else, as your face cream, your anti-aging serums. Lip care is just as important as anything else you do.
I can make a case that it's more important. You know what?
Well, what are the first signs of aging?
Yeah, right there on your lips. And also your lips, they have no sebaceous glands. They're very thin. You have a real thin stratum corneum that is your lip. And there's no barrier whatsoever to restrict moisture loss.
And we know over time we lose fullness as we age. And also the color, that pigment that's in our lips, we know that we lose saturation in our skin tone. So one of the first signs of aging is your lips. So it is so important to be taking care of them.
And as a 65-year-old lip lift user, I can tell you that when I do not wear my lip lift, my lips look like earthworms. I mean, you couldn't tell the difference. But when I use my lip lift, my lips I look like a normal human. And so the age, it just comes up on you and you can start getting these vertical lines and, you lose your fullness and they're like, and
yes.
Example right here, I have lips.
Yes, lip care is extremely, extremely important. And I do have to give a quick shout out to Kim. I see her on here and I want to say hi. And she says, I have been using your skincare and I have to say, I am finding my skin is looking really good. And then she also said she bought her lip lift and is using it. I'm liking it very much. She said she has been using lip lift on my upper lip and it's been helping to make my lines above my lips.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're definitely going to get into marionette lines, all of that fabulousness, and how different ways to use lip lift lip lift and how to apply it. We are probably going to stumble on that word a few times today, but
it's hard to say. And it's actually, technically, the name is lip dash lift. So if you're searching for it or whatever, that's how you find it.
Right. So there you go.
So what makes lip lift so great, Sarah?
I just think it has an entire skincare regime in this little tiny thing. This right here is an entire skincare regime for your lips right here. And that's what I love about it.
And when Sarah says tiny, it goes an amazingly long way. I mean, it's what is it they say? Small but powerful.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It lasts and we've had customer testimonials about, you know, this, it looks small, but it is powerful and it goes a very long way.
Yes.
But you know what I love about it? Because it's unlike any other product out there because of this.
Our complete show off right there. One of them, I would say.
Well, there's some other, you know, the vitamin E, the aloe, the sunblock, all of those are good. But if we could just focus in a moment on the Maxi-Lip, it is truly a miracle product. And it's not us telling you, oh, wow, this is so good. You know, I like it. It is clinical, really serious clinical studies that have been done on this blend. It's a peptide trio that they put together and they tested it. And probably I think the most exciting result of the test is that it improves your collagen synthesis as shown in the test by 350%.
That's amazing. And remember, when these studies are done, these are not us doing these studies. It's this somebody out there that it's not associated with us at all. So these are what the results show and were tested and proven. So not us doing these at all. That's how fantastic this is.
This is unattached clinical studies, and these people, they're either out to prove it does work or doesn't work, but they don't care because the study and how it's done and its professionalism and its quality, that's really what they hang their hat on. And the other thing that blew me away about these studies is that it improves your ability to make hyaluronic acid in your lips to attract moisture by 146%.
And remember, we've done so many different shows on how amazing hyaluronic acid is pulling in that moisture. So you have that for your lips too.
So, and then another thing that I loved, going back to these studies, I mean, you know, Sarah, I don't know if you do it very often, but just going back and really looking through all these pages of these studies, it will blow you away kind of again and again. And one of the things that I thought was hilarious was they described the methodology, how they conducted some of these studies. And I don't know if any of you guys wear glasses or you have your eyes examined, but one of the things they do to you is they stick your face in this machine where your chin is held rigid and your forehead is held rigid. And so one of the things they described before they used this topographical photographic 3D analyzer on lips was that they put all of the participants in this machine to hold their faces still and go in and do all these measurements. And that just made me chuckle because I just went to the eye doctor and I thought how uncomfortable that was. And they said that first they had them sit with their face in the machine and relax for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I was like, whoa. But when they did it, they were able to prove that there was better moisturization by 50%, the reduction of the furrows in the mouth by 60%, even an enhancement of the volume of the lips by 40%.
Now, while you're talking about that, I want to bring up some of the images of this clinical study that we're talking about, just to give you an idea of what it actually looked like, seeing these results using Maxi-Lip at this percentage in the lip lift. So
this one is hydration. And that little number at the bottom is day 0. And at the bottom of the one on the lower one is day 30. And this one, and we just pulled a couple of these out of scads of pictures and measurements and graphs and charts and that. And so this particular attendee, her lips, that's the condition of her lips. Now, it's not horrible. She's not, you know, you don't see big chunks of skin on her lips. And I mean, I've seen some bad cases of chapped lips.
That's true.
To the point that they crack and bleed.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I'd say, this is just average dryness that you might run into, as the weather changes.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you've been outside. 30 days later, look.
Yeah, it's amazing. And not only had her chapped lips completely just cleared up, I would also say her lips look fuller and the definition came back in her lips. In 30 days, that definition that she had lost came back almost completely. Even that saturation in her lips looks incredible as well. And that's 30 days of use of the lip lift.
And you say 30 days. I mean, the test says 30 days, but we have testimonials of people saying, I saw a difference in 4, I just happened to check it out. 4 days I put on, and tons of difference.
Yeah, if you're talking chapped lips or dry lips, your lips will feel more hydrated instantly. And I'm thinking to wintertime, fall's coming and then it's wintertime, so we have some time.
Comfort.
Lip lift in the winter, or if you're somebody that tends to dry out in the corners of your lips, or you don't take great lip care during the wintertime, lip lift is super easy. It's super natural. It's exactly what your lips need for the wintertime.
If you or your child or your husband have ever had a fever, that instantly, when I have a fever, my lips start looking all crusty. And given this time we're in and the fact that we're starting flu season and we're cold season, whatever, you can't afford to be without it, because it is such a dramatic improvement to the condition of your lips.
Yeah.
Am I still allowed to talk about studies, or have I just overdone that?
Oh, absolutely. I was going to bring back our other clinical trial as well that shows how much lip lift increases fullness in your lips. So that's something else that I wanted to talk about, because lip lift, so you get your instant hydration, and you can get that feeling with a lot of different, just lip balms on the market. But I think we need to go into depth of what makes lip lift different as well.
Please do, because we don't want them using those waxy sticks.
Right. Well, while we're on that topic, we might as well just jump in. So some of you might be saying, I just picked up this lip balm from the drugstore, or the grocery store, or something like that. Those are made to have your lips addicted to the product, and they're not actually pulling moisture naturally into your lips. All they're doing is just sticking a barrier over the lips. So whatever hydration you had in your lips, which if you're using a lip product, is probably not a lot. So all it's doing is just sticking a waxy barrier over the lips, where it's not pulling moisturization or hydration into your lips. You're just drying them out more and more because you're sticking a film on top of it.
And that's why, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but people who are addicted to that waxy stick, if you know any chaps who are addicted to that waxy stick, you see them, they're always reaching in their pocket, and they got to put it on. And that's why people are so surprised at lip lift going a long way, because with these other things, you're just reapplying, because as soon as it dissipates, your lips feel as bad or worse as they ever felt. So somebody's always reaching in their pocket, grabbing these sticks. But lip lift is a completely different animal, because it is a conditioner for your lips, and you don't see people reaching in their pocket, reapplying lip lift throughout the day. You might, see it. So I know people tend to have a tube of it in every location that's convenient for them.
Absolutely.
Because it just feels so good going on. But your lips will be so improved that you don't have to reach for those waxy sticks throughout the day.
Right. Yeah.
Morning application, nighttime application, you're done.
And another thing that I wanted to talk about is a lot of these products have alcohol in them, which is just going to pull the moisture out of your lips even more. So what they are intended to do is make you become addicted, and the constant feeling that you have to keep using them and keep reusing them and use them up as fast as you possibly can. So you have to go out and buy more. That's not what lip lift does whatsoever.
You don't even see the benefit. When you're dealing with these waxy sticks, you don't even see your lips look pretty under, as you're putting. I think a really good test for the condition of your lips is what your lips look like when you apply lipstick. Because if your lips aren't hydrated and you put on the lipstick, it tends to fall into the furrows, and it doesn't look as great as it could. But when you're using your lip lift on the regular, or even if you've used it for a couple days, you put your lipstick on and you will be blown away by how smooth and full and beautiful your lips look.
Yeah. Even with these images, every single one I look at, that definition that happens just after 30 days is incredible. I mean, everything, it just fuller looking lips. You got the complete line. You can see where your lip starts and your skin, you get that definition. The lips look younger, they look healthier, and also hydrated. So this really is the ultimate skincare for your lips. It really
And I love that the furrows, I have very deep furrows in my lips when I'm not using lip lift. And again, think of an earthworm. Those little segments they have, got those. And it's not pretty. And so with that, with the when I'm using the lip lift, it just goes and smooths out completely.
Now, another thing that we should talk about is I want to just bring up other ways to use lip lift since we are talking about furrows. If you are somebody that tends to have fine lines, or you have, if a lipstick bleeds into a particular line or something, you all know, once you start seeing that crease form, you want to get rid of it immediately. So you can use a lip lift around the outer edge of your lips. Do not be afraid of that. It doesn't just have to be on the lips. It can be around as well.
And you don't have to do that at night only. You can use it in the daytime under with your regular skincare regime, under your foundation, without any worry whatsoever of it being seen, because it has no greasy appearance.
So as you can see, I'm running it around the rim of my lips as well. And it's extremely natural. It's an incredible product formula. It's a must-have if you are somebody who is into anti-aging care, trying to make sure that you stay looking young as long as possible. Lip lift is the product.
And I went back to my test while you were talking about the vertical folds in the lip. And one of my tests showed that a 10.5% reduction in surface folds when you apply the lip lift, and 30% for the top lift. 30%. It's ridiculous.
While you're reading those clinical studies, I think you should go back through all of them and give the percentages again, just so we all have reference to what it actually does within 30 days.
I can do that if you bring up the first photo, because I want to really get that up on the screen too, because I think it's really, this just blows me away. So in terms of the studies, we know that the collagen is stimulated by 351%. And Sarah will tell you, this is her favorite statistic, that every year, with each trip around the sun, our collagen production is reduced this dramatic amount.
Now, this is starting at 25. So starting at 25 years old, you start losing it.
And then when you're 40?
It's gone.
Unless you pay attention and take active steps to help your skin replenish it. At that point, it needs a little assistance.
Right. So if you are 40, your collagen production has most likely completely stopped. Now, of course, peptides are awesome. And peptides for your face are going to be the ultimate win for everything. So if you're interested in some skincare, the Complete Fix, the Peptide Wrinkle Minimizer, any of those types of products with peptides in it is going to really help that. And then, of course, the lip lift also has peptides in it as well. So don't forget the lip lift.
So just to kind of recap beauty by the numbers, and remember, these volunteers, they went through a lot of pain for this, and you don't have to go through any pain to get the benefits they got. But their collagen was stimulated, again, 351%. They did in vitro testing also that proved that I'm not going to tell you the word because I can't pronounce it, but it's glycosaminoglycan. Now, okay, big long word, but basically it means that it improves your viscoelasticity, which means the thickness of your lips, it becomes a little thicker and a little more elastic.
And remember, as you age, your lips start to get thinner, so you want to reverse that.
And less elastic.
Right.
And so and what they said in the study was that it restored the 3D architecture of the dermis with cohesion, elasticity, and turgidity. Meaning, turgid means it's got some spring to it, and cohesion obviously means cohesion. With 10 subjects between the ages of 22 and 40. Now, the reason I want to talk about this for a second is because you don't have to be my age to benefit from lip lift, right? Would you agree, Sarah?
Yes, it's so important that all ages benefit from lip lift. If you have somebody, you know, I've been using lip lift for years now, but I'm just thinking if I had understood how certain types of lip balms that I was using when I was younger were actually doing more harm than good for my lips, I wish I had this immediately, you know, going through school, and I wish I had this product. I really do. This would have helped me out tremendously because, you know, I am somebody who suffers from chapped lips all the time. Growing up as a kid, I never had full lips. I always wanted something fuller and more healthy and more hydrating. And, you know, I still want that right now, but I don't want it to look unnatural like what you might see.
And so again, I will get back to our 22 to 40-year-olds, but I want to say that I have grandchildren. I have grandsons. And, you know, all the time they'll be like, you know, with a tongue hanging out or whatever, and they're active. When they get chapped lips, this fixes it. The men in our lives, Sarah, I know for a fact that there's someone in your life who, you know, uses lip lift.
Yeah.
Albeit secretly, because it's kind of a pinkish container, peachy pink. And so the guys, be warned, when you get one for your man, they tend to put their lip on like this so that, you know, any femininity is, you know, more.
I think it's so funny watching a man put on a lip product because they're so awkward about it.
Yeah.
yeah. They like draw it on like it's a marker or something.
So, went off topic, but all age groups, everybody benefits from the lip lift, whether it's therapeutically, whether it heals something, fixes something, or you just want your lips to be more beautiful. It helps. But going to our 22 to 50-year-olds, they were measured, and the bottom lip improved on this group by 43%, and the top lip improved by 60%. There was a 10.5% reduction in surface folds. Remember, 22 to 40 for this group, for this test, and 30%. I'm sorry, I lost my place here.
That's what happens when you're reading clinical studies because it's a bunch of numbers.
It's like gobbledygook. And a 10.5% reduction in surface folds for the bottom lip and a 30% for the top lip. And they were asked to self-evaluate. Remember, these are young guys. These are young people. And what they said was 100% observed an improvement in the state of their lips. Everybody said my lips look better.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
60% thought that the desquamitation, that means the peeling and the dryness, showed a moderate improvement. So they used it instantly. They saw 40% improvement. And some said a considerable improvement. I'm sorry, 40% said a moderate, 20% said a considerable improvement, and 70% said they were satisfied with the comfort of their skin. 70% experienced a real feeling of protection. There's a sunblock in here. And 70% noticed that their lips were less rough to the touch.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't even gotten to the other ingredients. Like, I happen to love the vitamin E that's packed into this. And we all know it's an incredible antioxidant, an incredible anti-inflammatory. There's a sunblock in the ingredient. And you know what else is in this product?
What else?
Aloe.
Yes.
Aloe.
Can't get enough aloe. If you're interested, we just did a video on how amazing it has. A bunch of vitamins, bunch of minerals, it's jam-packed with amazing ingredients that your skin needs, and it's just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So aloe is definitely a must-have in your skincare regime as well.
And you know what? You don't have to take our word for it, because we made slides of a couple of our testimonials that we thought were cute.
And this is one of those desert island picks. And I think it would be a desert island pick for almost Everyone has lip
Well,
lift stored away. If you're like ever walk into our office, lip lift stored away in the drawers throughout. I mean, at my house, I have it on my sink after I brush my teeth, on my bedstand before I go to sleep, in my office drawers right now. I have it placed.
but you mentioned teeth, and I think that's a really important point. Brushing your teeth dries out your lips in a big way. Think about it. You get the toothpaste. The toothpaste is gritty. It's designed to be an abrasive. Then on top of that, you've got all the ingredients in the toothpaste. It dries out your mouth. It dries out your lips. So using your lip lift after brushing your teeth is a must, an absolute must.
Yeah.
And then I have to speak to this testimonial because we got this from this lady who's 72.
Oh.
And remember, we've talked about how great it is for the grandkids. This lady is 72. She says, I am never without my lip lift. I have one by my bedside, makeup bag, in the car, and even in the kitchen. I apply it. I wonder what she's doing with the one in her kitchen.
Oh, I have it in the drawer of my kitchen too, just because it's kind of like one of those meeting places that everyone in the house meets. Yeah. So I have one in my, I don't want to say junk drawer, but it's kind of that drawer where you just have random stuff in there. Oh yeah, I have lip lift in there.
They're kind of like they're like a lifeline. Your lip lift is kind of like a lifeline. So back to the testimony. I apply it perhaps twice a day and no longer suffer with chapped lips in the winter or cold sores. I recommended this to one particular friend who is very careful about her beauty products. I gave it to her as a birthday gift. Needless to say, she is now never without it. I always watch out for multiple packs or special offers. I know my lips are in better condition and shape than when I was much younger. I am now 72.
It's just incredible.
And we should probably shut up and take some questions.
Yeah. Let's see. Kim, can you use it throughout the day too? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. If you're somebody who, I tend to wear a lot of matte lip products. So if it's like our all-nighter matte liquid lips or some of our luxury lipsticks tend to have a more matte formula. It's more of a demi-matte and not so much a cream. You can apply a lip lift under it and, oh, amazing. Feels amazing throughout the day.
So anytime, like let's say that you decide you're going to brush your teeth at lunch.
Oh yeah,
right after lunch. Of course, just put your lip lift back on, and it's great.
Yeah. If you're using these are tinted. So in my hand, I have tinted ones. But if you're using a tinted, you're probably going to want to reapply after you eat. But if you're using just the regular clear formula, you can apply it over lipstick, under lipstick, however you want to do it. And as you can tell, I'm just smearing this all over my face at this point, and it's still, you can't tell. It's awesome.
And Kim tells us she's been using lip lift on her upper lip, and it's helping make the lines. We mentioned that, didn't we, before?
Yeah.
The marionette lines smooth out. You can get those from smoking. You can get those from using a straw. Did you know that?
Oh,
I use straws entirely for the earth and for my upper lip.
Yeah, as you can see, usually on these videos, I don't use straws because of that reason. Doing that motion draws attention, and it brings up those fine lines, and they become harsher. So if you're somebody that uses a lot of straws, try to make some switches to just.
And then Marguerite tells us that she tried the new aloe foundation and really likes it. Thank you, Marguerite. We are glad you love it. And she says she uses her lip lift daily.
Yeah, lip lift. Both of them have aloe. That's kind of where that's tying in. Aloe is an incredible ingredient. I highly recommend watching that video if you're interested in what is in aloe that actually does all the work for you.
I was blown away. I mean, I'm in the business, and I have to be honest with you about this. Aloe was kind of like a toss-away ingredient. When I would see it, put it in an ingredient deck, it's like, oh, it's got aloe, whatever. Because I thought about it as like something you put on your skin, after a sunburn. I didn't really, I thought it's a nice soothing gel. When I dug in and did the research on the power of aloe, and, Cleopatra supposedly used it. Beauties throughout the centuries used it. And, and I thought, oh, aloe, cute. It is jam-packed with really important beneficial ingredients that I had no idea it contained.
Yeah, it's
So that video is worth catching. Linda says she's a lip lift lover.
yes.
And
There's like it's like a lip lift club. Everyone's in the club and everyone has to use it. And don't make me. I will come for you if you are not using skincare for your lips. It's so important.
I know. You know, and it's so many people, so many of you out there think that, you know, if you're cleansing, toning, moisturizing, maybe using a nice booster, that you are doing every single thing that you can do for your looks. And what we want you to learn today, the most important thing to learn today, is there's one thing that you're missing.
Lip care. You need, your lips are a different type of skin. It's not the same. So you have to be treating your lips separately with what is best for them.
And I should probably mention, you know, I did that big build up and I thought I would do like one thing. You really, eye cream. You need your eye cream.
Yes.
Because your lips and your eyes are two places on your face where you have no sebaceous glands. You have no ability to make the oil that makes your skin supple. And you're going to age first.
And everyone will tell you, your eyes and your lips, they're the first ones to go. Because as you said, there are no sebaceous glands. So there's none of that oil that's helping keep everything hydrated, looking younger. None of that.
And when you get to be my age, there's even less. Because at least when you're Sarah's age, there's a little bit of a wicking effect. So if you have some moisture someplace else, the eyes might like pull it up and say, you know, I'm completely dry and kind of like a paper towel. My age, there's none of that. Absolutely none. And Kim just said she got the new foundation also, and she's never used foundation before, and she loves it. Yay. I am so happy.
It's such a good formula. And then also I saw Linda. She said, I'm about to apply Blackberry, which is one of our tints.
Blackberry is so pretty.
It so happens that one of the ones I'm holding is Blackberry. And then I'm also holding, I hate to say this because I think we're currently out of stock on it right now, is Blush. Is another one that I had just happened to have right next to me in my drawers. And then I also have regular. And I think we're out of our extra large. This one is our extra large, but I think
you got to stop winning awards.
I know. I feel so bad.
You want to show the color, the real color of Blackberry? Because sometimes it can be misconstrued and people won't realize how beautiful it really is.
Of course. So I'm just gonna kind of blend it onto, I'm hoping you guys can see that. So
you know, kind of like a cherry, it's a cherry color really on the lip because it's so translucent. It's gorgeous.
Right. This is the bullet. This is what the bullet looks like. And this is actually what you see color-wise. So you know what? I do have a lot of lip lift on, so it's probably not going to pick up the color that much. Let me just apply this for you just to show you.
But look at that flush. And the beautiful thing about this is, you know, if you want somebody to think you're not wearing any makeup at all, but you have the most gorgeous lips ever, this is a wonderful option. The lip lifts are so pretty.
Now
and
I do
feel a little flush.
I would say this is definitely going to be for warmer or for cooler seasons. So summers or winters, this looks a little bit better on you guys. But since it is a sheer, you can tell that my natural warm lip tone is coming through. And that's kind of what it does, because since it's just a tint, you still have some of your natural coloring coming through. But I would recommend cooler seasons to wear this.
And it's so beautiful. I happen to be a cooler season, and I love it.
Yes, but if you're a warm season, if you're spring or an autumn, grab 14K because that's going to be the warm version. Or I hate to say this because I think we're out of stock on it, but Petal, when we come back in stock, you have to have Petal as well. Both of those, you will not see me without Petal.
You need them all. And I you know, I'm going to be real controversial here and say that I think the Blackberry on autumns is pretty. Because I'm looking really, on you, and it's beautiful.
It does. It does look really great. It's definitely a bit cooler. So if you are somebody that has a warmer undertone, you're going to be fine. It's going to look absolutely gorgeous on you because your warmer undertone does shine through a little bit. But I
think you're being too picky because it's lovely on you.
Yeah, I might just be, pulling my color expert out of the air. And then I was wearing blush earlier, which I think, once again, we're out of stock on blush as well. But the 2 shades...
Remember, we will be back in stock. And
right.
It may even be by... These videos always go up to YouTube when we're done with our live so that people can refer back to the information that we give. Probably by the time you get back up to YouTube, it'll be back in stock, and and we'll have everything you want.
So what I will do is, if you are worried, I'm going to leave a link wherever you're watching this. I'm going to link it in the comments or down below in the show notes, wherever. Check it out, see what's in stock and what's not in stock, and you'll kind of get an idea. Because if you are watching this a couple days late, or even a month out, we're probably back in stock on everything. So
just, I mean, this video will live forever, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, but this right now is Blackberry. What I was wearing earlier, I should have mentioned, was blush. And then 14K is another really great shade that has like it has a pinkier undertone with like a gold fleck to it. Really gorgeous shade on. It's really, really unique. You will never see another shade like 14K, and that's going to be for my warmer seasons. And then Petal is a little bit of a warmer red, but cool and warm tones.
I'm like coral. I'm thinking like a really cool corally.
Yeah, I would say it leans a little bit warmer. So springs and autumns, you're going to look fantastic in it. And then if you're a summer or a winter, check out blush and check out Blackberry. Those two. So, must-haves.
And one of our autumns, Holly, is here. Maybe we can ask her what shade she loves. She'll probably post to us.
Lip lift is definitely one of those things that we could talk about with everyone and just say, how much do you love lip lift? Because it's really just one of those things where everyone talks about their experiences and what it did, how it changed them. I know for me, my upper lip, I used to have a very small upper lip compared to my bottom lip. And I've really been focusing on trying to get the fullness in my upper lip just at a level where it matches my lower lip a little bit more. So I think I've started.
So what do you do there? Do you put more lip lift on the upper lip?
Yeah, I just tend to really focus on it. And also, if you read those clinical studies, you'll notice that the upper lips tend to have more of a change because they are smaller. So I think the upper lip, if you're somebody like me who has a smaller upper lip versus your lower lip, focus more on getting that definition on your upper lip. And just, I try to apply at least 3 times a day to my upper lip, and mornings and evenings to my lower lip. And I'm just trying to build that definition in my upper lip. Now, we were talking about Holly earlier, who is in autumn as well, and she says 14K is her favorite. So if you're a warm season out there, 14K is an awesome
That's the first thing you mentioned, Sarah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would highly recommend it.
But check it out, Holly. She's wearing the Blackberry. And look how good it looks on you autumn girls.
Yeah, Blackberry is really, really nice of a shade as long as you have a warmer undertone to really push that shade to a warm season. So I would recommend it if you do tend to just have a little bit of a warmer lip tone.
I wouldn't go, I don't think if I were spring I would order that. I think I would definitely choose Petal or some of the other brighter shades. Mm-hmm. This is a more subtle, rich shade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're, I'll run through each of the seasons really quickly. If you are a winter, you should absolutely do Blackberry or blush. If you're a summer, Blackberry and blush as well. And then springs, you have to do Petal and 14K. And then autumns, I would definitely do Petal. I would do 14K and try Blackberry. You will surprise yourself.
But first of all, before you get into any color or whatever, make sure you have at least 1 tube of lip lift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we do have different versions available of our regular lip lift. I will say you might see a mint version, and it just has a mint flavoring. Our regular.
It's nice. And I want to say it's not really a taste. Mm-hmm. It's a scent. Mm-hmm. It really leaves a fresh kind of minty fresh scent around your mouth, which what can be... how can that go wrong?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that there's no confusion. So we have our regular clear, and then we have our mint version as well. And
that's also clear.
Mm-hmm, and then all of our tints. And I'll drop a link. You know what? I'll drop a link in the comments right now for anyone who is interested on the lip lift. And you can shop all of them right here. So if you guys have any more questions regarding lip lift, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I don't know, if you want recommendations, anything, just you can message us or you can leave it in the comments down below, and we'll be happy to get with you on that.
Mary Beth just made the comment, Lift is awesome for both women and men. Yes, we talked about that too. You gotta check out the whole thing, because it's a nice refresher course for those of you who really love your lip lift. It'll tell you why.
Right. I highly recommend checking out some of those clinical studies that we talked about earlier. And I guess this is our final little bit. If you guys remember any questions at all, leave them down in the comments. We'll be happy. And we just want to say thank you for joining us today.
And we loved having you. Each and every one of you.
And don't forget,
we learned something, because we did in preparing for you. It was eye-opening.
And don't forget, Wednesday is Wine About It, and we'll be here at noon, and we're going to be doing some color analysis. All right, so we'll check you guys later.